Ooh, down here at Portco Park, one of my favorite places other than the airplanes. Doing a little earth grounding. Even though it's cold, it's important to do your earth grounding. In the wintertime especially, it's probably when we get loaded up the most with toxins. Well, unless you're on pharmaceutical medications, then you're loaded up with them automatically. If you get your flu shots, they keep you loaded up. This is the ruins of Tartaria, a once great civilization that has been all but erased from history. Right here on the shore of the Columbia. Who knew? No, I'm just kidding. It's not Tartaria. But that's a Jetplania. A Jetplania? Ow. That's some interesting looking ripples on the water. Holy mackerel. Ow! There'll be a fish in here. Whew. I don't know if I should go across. I didn't roll my pant legs up far enough for that. I better go down a little further. I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, baby, I got to spray some chemtrails. The original song of that, Leaving on a Jet Plane, is actually a Vietnam song. I mean, it's Vietnam era, but it's also about Vietnam. It's about leaving on a jet plane to go to Vietnam. Although it's not well known that that's what the song was about, because it kind of blends in the middle ground. It might be about just having to go somewhere on a plane. No, it's about having to go to a war on a plane. Because people like to go to wars. It's a lot of money and fun. We get to test out new equipment. Wars are good. So is greed. Don't ever forget that. A rock. The remnants of a bridge. No. Remnants of a dam. The river's kind of high. This water is fucking cold. Cold. Than a motherfucker. And here's the channel. I gotta leap across. Oh, man. Brr. It's considerably colder than last time I was here. I don't know if the air temperature is colder, but the water's colder. It was cold then. Dig in for a minute. Sand isn't really super conductive, but it's so close to all this moving water. My theory about earth grounding is that the waters, the fresh waters that run back to the ocean are the main currents, you might call them. They have the salt removed, so they're ready to absorb up those fine particles and metals and ions and whatnot. Ah, that's so cold, it hurts. Ow. But anyway, okay, so the rivers and the streams are currents, a path of least resistance, let's say, literally and figuratively. And they run back to the oceans, where they, complete the circuit. Because they start at the ocean, but through the process of electrolysis, the water vapor is steamed up into the air. Higher up, the salts can't go with it, so it's been purified, kind of like a distillation. It's been distilled over the ocean. It's up in the sky now. Now, if we're not going to count air pollution and those things at the moment, we'll just assume that our water's clean. It comes over with a certain charge to it, and it's lost its salt, so it's left that charge behind. So there's a huge charge potential difference. It's electricity. And the electrical charge difference probably interacts with other charges, and they attract or repel to or from each other in air masses around the world, and that creates wind. And yeah, okay, it's electric universe, everybody. The universe is electric, the world is electric, your body's electric. It's electric. That clam is electric. Log is electric. This toy train car is electric. Wait. Yeah, it looks like a train car. With something inside. Sand. Neato, huh? Electric. So, the earth grounding. You come down here with your toxin-filled ass, especially in your feet, because gravity, or what we call gravity, pulls it down. It's heavy. It ends up there at the bottoms of your feet and the soles of your feet. It fills your soul, and you need to get it out of your soul. You need to get this malevolent presence out of your souls. Since we're in the age of Pisces, your feet, you need to ground them and have Mother Nature draw out all that bad stuff and dispense with it, leaving you strong and healthy again. This water is so cold. Hey, I'm on the clay. That's good clay. I can feel my feet bond with it. When I was at the Lewis River last summer, I'd go walk up into the water and stand there, and dozens of really tiny little fish would come swimming up, and they'd start nibbling around my toenails and around my toes. It was weird as hell. Looks like somebody's been down here cleaning up some of the garbage. There's a couple homeless camps. I wonder how long I should probably go down here. My fingers are getting cold from holding the damn phone. I need a real camera. I'm just rambling now anyway. Earth grounding, that's right. Now this is my turnaround point. I turn around, I get up here so I can actually get onto some dirt and not just the sand. Oh yeah, earth grounding, the currents. The currents are strongest at the water sources, since they are the concentration. And so if you want to get the most out of your earth grounding, you need to have moist conductive soil. Or you need to be in the water, or real close to the water, or where it's wet still. See, I think the sand right here is still doing a great earth grounding because it's wetness and the fact that it's next to this freshwater river that's running back towards the ocean. But we're still far enough from the ocean that this is all depleted charge, picking up its neutralizing charge on its way back to the ocean. Simple. Brilliant. It must be correct. And why don't we use dirigibles anymore? You know, there's other things you can put in a blimp besides hydrogen. And then it's perfectly safe, right? You can float around without having to use engines and just sit up there and you can use your engine only for propulsion. Why are we building drones to fly around in, you know, with these remote controls when you could have a remote control fucking blimp? I mean, I'd rather have a remote control blimp than a remote control drone any day. Then it's just not going to come crashing down. You put all your power into long range control and your video and your freaking propulsion system. You just have like a ballast. You have to figure out some sort of ballast. I'm sure with modern technology they could do it though. Earth ground, earth ground. I feel the earth move under my feet. I feel the sky tumbling down. I feel my heart start to tremble in whenever you're around. Ooh, baby, when I see your face, mellow as the month of May, I can't stand it when you look at me that way. I feel the earth move under my feet. Alright, anyway. There's our super ultra Masonic public works once again. I'll zoom in on it. My frozen fingers. Oh, hail Horus, Seth, and Isis. And don't forget about Osiris or he'll be pissed. And that's the last thing you want is to piss off Osiris. Oh my god. He will fuck you up. Mm-hmm. Must be a landing time. Southwest Airlines. Supposedly. You know what I'd like to see is some of these airplanes that freeze in midair. You can hear them, but they just stop moving for like a minute or two. They just look frozen. I'd really like to see one of those in real life. I haven't seen one yet, and I've been watching pretty closely for a long time. I've seen a lot of planes that appear to be flying far slower than they should. Like real slow. But, yeah. None of them have just stood still yet. 13 minutes. I feel more grounded already. What's colder, my feet or my fingers? There's the, across the river, straight across, there's a bar over there. I think it's the Sextant Restaurant and Lounge. And there's a marina. Down there a little ways is another marina. It's next to an island, and that's Delta Park in Oregon. Trying to remember that Steely Dan song. Yeah, I found my old man back in Oregon. Don't take me alive. Brr! Freezing ass fingers. Alright, I think my earth grounding session is done. Can't say I didn't do it though. Show and prove. want something to change, you gotta make the move. I don't just show, I show improve. I show improve and I show improve. That's what I got to diggity do. Shit, how can I? Tide's coming in. It's farther across now. Fuck all that freezing shit. Here, have the topside view. Give me a log. Looks like it. Bird, 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 bird.